Okay, if he would go on this computer, I put the link in Messenger for Zoom. And all he has to do is turn the computer on and click on that link. Are you still there? I'm still here. Are you there? Is Elle there? Hi, Elle. If you are on your computer or even on your phone, you can click on the link that I just put in Messenger, and I'm on Zoom at the moment. And that way we can look at each other and I can share my screen and show you what I'm talking about. It'll probably take a little bit to connect, but you don't have to open up an eZoom account. You just have to click on the link and it should work. Ruth, are you on the line too? Uh-huh, okay. Okay, Al is in and he needs to turn on. It would be nice if you turned on your video so I can wave to you. I can wave, but I can't see you back. Below the two pictures is a bar that says start video. There you go. Hello. You're on your phone, is that right? Okay. All right. So this is what I did. I'm going to share my screen. Okay. Now, the video that my Zoom thing that I recorded, it's saved on this PC and it's in documents. So I'm going there. And then I go to my Zoom folder. And the most recent one, this is my math class. Now, I also just, after the class was over, I did my own. And when I open up this file, I have one that says audio only, one that says playback, one that says Zoom. Now this playback one originally had a different color on it. I kind of changed this and it still didn't work. But when I click on the playback, then I get into, this happens to be whatever. And then when I go to click on it, if I go this way, gives me a little bit more. playback. I'm not seeing anything. Okay. What'd you say? Okay. When I was doing it, I did use the whiteboard, so that's all that's showing up here. That's in pictures. Do I need to be playback in videos, maybe? But then I don't know which one this is. And I was kind of going by the date, 2014, no good. I need 2020. Okay, there's a camera picture, February. That's not good. It should be March. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Okay, let's get out of this. And I'm gonna go back up and pick one that I didn't try to convert. This was the first class. Again, that says audio only. And if you look at the file type, it's an MPEG-4 audio. There's the one for the video, and it's in an MP4. I don't know what that means. Let's see, one says playback, one says audio only, one says the Zoom. Okay, I'll try that. Available offline. Okay, it's 35 minutes. Come on, Slowpoke, open up. Sometimes these are slow to open when I'm sharing on Zoom. So I'm going to stop Zoom and then try and open it, okay? So, where are we? Hold on. Okay. Now a message comes up and it says, here, let me share. Okay, this is the message. When I clicked on it, it's got a X or stop. It says, users, owner, blah, 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 blah. Math class Friday, March the 20th. Zoom _0.mp4. Server execution failed. So should I try it again? Is that what they're trying to tell me? Okay. Not getting that same message. Okay. Probably shouldn't have fooled around with these earlier today. Let me do the audio only. I'll just show you that. Server execution failed. Okay. Let me try a different one. Okay, it's got the Zoom, it's got a text document. And then double click to convert. Ones I haven't converted yet, when I double click on this, I'm going to click on this. No, not helping. The other thing I did was I went to Google and I just said, okay. I had how to share a recorded Zoom meeting because I thought I'd already gotten that. So I was trying to look for the link to share it with somebody. But then I've changed my question to how do I turn a Zoom recording into a video? I don't know if that's necessarily the same thing. But when I click on that, you get some instructions. And it says log into your Zoom account on the web and click my recordings. So I managed to do that and then click the thumbnail of the video, but I didn't see any thumbnail. I just saw like it wasn't in thumbnail form. It was, what do you call it? But it's a typed form and the name form. Okay, so if I go to Zoom and log in, I'm probably already logged in since I'm on Zoom right now. And when I go here on the side and it says recordings, that's what those instructions said. I'm assuming this is a local recording because I did it on this local computer. So then it says in Windows, I need this version or later. How do I know what version I have? The local recordings are listed only for meetings that were recorded while using a supported version of the client. Whatever that means. Verify that your client, that's me, right, has been upgraded to a supported version before you can start the meeting. The supported versions are Windows version this or later. So how do I know what version I have? Would it be under profile? Where is that? Where do I find that? Main page, sorry. Home page for what? For Zoom? Okay. Now what? Do I go look for Zoom or go look for Okay, if I go here and go down to the bottom, is that what do you mean in this? If I in the start menu, yeah. It tells me all my apps. So do I come over here to settings? Pictures under S, I don't, oh, PC settings right there. Awesome, thank you. And all I get is a gear button. So how do I, okay. Now what? PC and devices. Okay. And that brought up, okay, slow down. I move this guy out of the way. System and security, okay. Windows update. Hardware and sound network and internet programs. Click on system, okay. No. Device manager, remote settings, system protect. Which one? Get more features with a new edition of Windows. Okay. Do you want the following? Because my keyboard, some of the letters stick, I have a, I work with a keyboard as well as this crazy mouse thing. Do you want to allow the following program to make changes to this computer? Add features to 8.1. Yes or no? Okay. Okay. Okay, I got computer name, I've got hardware, advanced, system protection, and remote. So under the advanced, kitchen, Okay, let's try advanced performance, user profiles, startup and recovery. Okay, cancel the whole thing. Okay. Get out of this one. Okay, back up. I'm here still under the control panel. Okay. We're still on the control panel. You don't want that one? Okay, I'll go back up. Up one more. Okay. View by tiles, view by. System and security. Okay. And then system, view amount, processor, blah, 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 blah. See the name. You want system, this one? And then get more features with a new additional Windows. Yes, I see Windows. You want Windows update? Okay. Thanks, Al. I appreciate this. No, I know, but I thought, what if I touch something, I might mess this all together. Oh, something came up there, but it's not allowing me. Do you want to allow the following print? Well, this is Microsoft Windows, right? Okay. Yeah, okay. So do I say install updates? View update history. Okay. I have to move this out of the way. Oh. So you can see on the type where it was installed. There's a couple that were installed. Oh, that's February. Today, the last one, and it failed, was yesterday. The last one that succeeded was on the 13th. A, B, and where did you see that? $20.20. Okay, and that one is the one that succeeded, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and on this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 was succeeded. Okay. Okay. All right. Most recent check for updates was today. You receive updates for Windows and other products from Microsoft. Updates. Mm-hmm. Can you see that underneath all that? Okay, because mine has a bar across it telling me to stop sharing. Yeah, okay, okay. So should we do the important update? That's 42.6 megabytes. That's gonna take a while, isn't it? Okay, should I do it? Okay, and these are KB310249. So do them all. When I click on it, something pops up on this side and says to resolve issues or complete listing of the issues. Yeah, okay, all right. Let me just hit it again. HP driver release March 2016. Published. More information? Yeah, yeah. And then it says this site can't be reached, so they can't do it. So, yeah, it looks like I lost this page. Is that right? And there's no going back up here either. Okay. But I lost the other one. Let's see if I come back here. Will it? No, no. I've got to go to here, right? Go back over to settings. PC settings. And that was on control panel. We were in the system. And we were where? Where did we go? System. Windows Update. Windows Update. Thank you. Okay. Okay, and we were going to, we did install updates. Thank you. Now it's doing all those installations. So that one's done. Okay. Now, just, I suppose while that's doing it, it can't do something else, but I'm just going to show you this. When I was doing it before, this was the icon in front of my thing. And for some reason, I clicked a different type. But when I click on this, I decided to call my file, my math zooms, from my menu, and I was trying to import the playlist. But as you can see, I'm in my music. When you talk about playlists or going to my whole collection or whatever, I have an unknown thing, an artist and songs, but I don't have any list with videos. Zoom, I'm just recording. Okay. Yes, that is there, but I called it, I'm going to cancel this. I called my playlist. I added a new playlist and I was going to try and put in all my math lessons because I'll have one every Friday. And so I just called this Math Zoom. That's the name I gave it. And I was trying to add in all the video that I made, but it didn't work. That was, and that's in music, yeah. And then I never know how to get out of here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like you can do, like I can do a video on my phone and upload it to my YouTube channel. And it has audio and video because I'm doing it on my phone. I thought, okay, I guess I need a different program than Zoom to do this in. I know they do it in Vimeo. I know they do it in other different kinds of things, but I just thought, okay, let's see how do I save Zoom? Because I've been on Zoom meetings with other, with my online business. And then the next day, they will put the link to the replay. So it was all recorded while they were on Zoom. So that's why I was hoping I could find the replay. I could make a replay or whatever. Yeah, I know. In fact, we're recording this one right now, in case you didn't know it. You can see the little button there. Yeah. And it could be, like you say, it could be a feature of my settings. Is that, or is it a feature of Zoom? I don't know. Well, it's the person that is the administrator, and that's when he finally gets around to doing it. But errors found. Ran into a problem. And that was that important update. Okay, let's review the optional updates. And this was one of the optionals, right? So, okay, what is Silverlight? A web browsing plugin for Windows and Mac that delivers high quality, video, audio. Okay, we want that one. Right? So should I do these two? Should I do that HD class too? Okay. So now where do I say go? Yeah, okay, let's try and install one important update and two optional updates. Okay. Microsoft Silverlight updates automatically. Scroll down for the privacy. So if you don't go, yeah, and finish. When I hang up from this or close a Zoom meeting, I usually turn off the recording just before I hit end meeting for all. And then a box pops up and says, this will be downloaded. And then it comes up and I see it 0%, 10%. And for some, depending how long it was, it takes, sometimes I'll end up going to another meeting and I turn around and what time I get home, it's still not there. And if I open it again, it goes a little faster, but then eventually all that stuff saved. Like I have oodles of recordings, but I've never bothered to go back and look at them. I did go back and look at this one, and you can see a picture of me, and you can see my mouth going, and you can watch the whole Zoom meeting, but I don't hear anything because I only have the video. Like you said, the two aren't melded together or whatever you call it. Sometimes knowing a little bit is worse than knowing nothing at all, because I've learned a lot, but there's an awful lot to learn. Installing 1 of 3. How far along's it gone? My little button's in the way. Can you see? Okay, if I stop sharing, I'll be able to see it for a moment. Yeah, it's only 1/3. Okay. I'll go back and share my screen some more. One of the things that I shared was a whiteboard in my math class. I'll show it to you right now. And while you're on the whiteboard, I had awful time drawing. I was doing a long division question, and to get this guy to draw my long division thing, I can't draw a straight line. So then I went up to here under draw and selected a fatter one. And so I found I could make like the number 5 a lot easier with this. I don't know why I'm getting this crazy thing. Oh, you're doing it at the same time. How do you do it? Where's your crayon? Same thing I'm doing? So you can see my own thing, or do you have it on yours? And I was just wondering if I can do this. No, I have a stylus for my tablet, you know, like a pen that you can just scroll over the tablet, and it would do this without, see, I'm making this go by using my mouse. Is what tool up here is easy to write with? If I click text, it'll give me a text box, and that's not what I want, because I need to draw the thing, or I'd have to put the text over here. Okay, how do I get rid of that guy? That's an eraser. Yeah, but then once I was in the eraser, I didn't know how to get back to the, maybe if I do text and I put the box over here, I could put my 5 here. And then how do I get out of there? How are you doing that? That was the arrow on the draw. This. And are you just using your hand? You have a pen, but you're on your phone. How do you use a pen on your computer screen? Okay, rest your finger. All right. I'm gonna try this. Okay. No, if I take my hand and run it over, I don't get anything. Yeah. Now, if I was back, do I have to be back in the draw to come back over here and then hit eraser? Doesn't get rid of the whole thing. Can I get rid of the whole thing by erasing it? Yeah, okay. And then my 5 goes in. And if I change the font on this or zoom or whatever, make it big enough for my students to see this. I'm just playing with this. And, and then I did 5 into 100 and I don't know, 23. And I wanted to put it spaced out. So what I probably need to do, nope, erase that one. Can I go back in this text box? And back in text. Now it's over top of it. That's no good. Okay. Clear. all drawings. Okay, try again, Lucy. Raw. I'm gonna do this. Then I'm gonna go to text, click over here, and let's try 7. And then click here, and then do another text. I'm gonna make 1 space 2 space 3, so I have big enough. So if I click text right there, nope. All right, click text and put them right there. Then it goes 1 time. Getting a math lesson here already. 1 times 7 is, not quite underneath. 1 times 7 is 7. Get out of there. See, he's not straight, but that's okay. That's getting closer. And then I would go back to draw, do my skinny line, and do draw your line. Good. Click here in text. I'm sure you're totally amused about this, aren't you? Okay. Okay. This is working better. I'm learning how to play with this game while the other thing is loading up. So then I would do another text, come down here and place 5. And then I would bring down my 3. So now I have 53. Then I would go up here. Nope. Hit text again, nice and close. And it goes 7 times. Not quite straight line, but not too bad. Oops. Click outside. 7 times 9 goes here is 49. Click outside. Okay, we're getting a message from our things. 1 failed update. So how do we find out what did work? We succeeded on 2. Review update history. Okay, right. I have to go back to whiteboard. Go to my meeting. Stop sharing this page. Share my screen. Okay. History. Okay, here's the 2 that succeeded. The silver light succeeded. Yay. That advanced one that we tried earlier failed again. So we know that one doesn't work. So now that we've done that, what's next when you do an update? Okay. So we know that one works. So now what do we want to do? See if go back to original. Go to my desktop. That's my desktop. Let's get rid of this. Make them smaller. And we got out of the control panel. This PC was where that program was. Let's see if that fixed it. This PC documents. Sorry, I was in Zoom. Hold on. This PC downloads. I'm on this PC documents, Zoom. Okay, Al, I'm going to open up that one again that I did yesterday. Should I try the Zoom one and see if that works? Who's she talking to? Not Harriet, though. Not that Charlie, Harvey's brother. Okay, Zoom, try it. And this is music. Go to this. I end up getting into this stuff, all my videos. Okay. Just hit the X. Under video tools, what do you see? Is it underneath my gray bar, my bar? Let me bring this down a bit. Oh, I see it. Under video and hit play. Okay, play all. Just play. That was the original one. Server execution failed. How about, even if I did audio only, if we could hear it? I'll probably get the same message. There's that one file there that says whiteboard. And while I was doing it, I clicked on, there's a spot on that whiteboard thing to save your whiteboard. So that's ended up getting saved in this file. Server execution failed. We got one more. Let's hit the playback. I have to play this. And my guess it's going to come up same thing. Well, we tried. Yeah. The other thing, just want you to watch with me. Let me just get out of this. I'm just going to get out of this. This is one that I haven't converted yet. $11:02. Sorry. The zoom on this. Hit play. What does this one say? Play to the selected items on another device. That's an interesting thing. And I actually think this one has been converted because I did double click and it was done twice, saved twice or something. Let's see if that one comes up. But I'm just wondering if, if we look here on my Zoom page, it's my page because I'm signed, it's got my picture here. And just, I have the free version. They're always saying upload, blah, blah, blah. But this one said you had to have this version of Windows. Is there a date in this? 25/51/13. But that the 25th of May, 2013 or later. That's all I know. And then under settings on this Zoom, see what it says under recording. I don't know. When I host a meeting, my audio type, the only thing that I have is people requesting a password, but I generally just give them the link like I did you once I get in here. If I'm recording something, I've got local recording highlighted, not automatic, recording consent, multiple audio notifications of a recorded meeting. That's all it says under that. Room management, account management, attend live trainings, video tutorials. And I was wondering on the video tutorial in Zoom, and the biggest difference between having the free account and the updated account where you pay so much a month is you can only have 40-minute meeting if there's more than 2 people on your thing. And you and I are the only ones on here. So there's no need to pay for a higher one. But I was wondering, okay. But this is just a training center, isn't it? It's not telling you how to. Audio, video sharing. Testing the computer or audio device under audio. How do I test my video? How do I change the video layout? Virtual background, video or microphone off. Finding and viewing recordings. That might be a good spot, right? Or your Zoom, or the Zoom Cloud, if you're a licensed user. If you're a licensed user of a Cloud or a licensed user of Zoom. Files stored on the cloud can be accessed on your desktop or from the web. Locally recorded meetings, which is what mine were, can only be accessed on the computer that recorded the meeting. So I can only access it according to that. And if I accessed it, my question is, can I upload it to or share it with anybody? This article covers finding and viewing recordings from the Zoom client or the Zoom web portal. So that's talking about that Zoom Cloud. Finding and viewing your recordings on the Zoom client will show all cloud recordings. Not they don't want cloud recordings. Viewing or changing the default recording location for local recordings. Click Open to open the folder where your local recordings are stored. Well, that's where I found that, right? Click Change to change the default recording location for your local recordings. Was this article helpful? I really don't think so. What is that for? Oh boy. What's integration? Is that putting things together? Related articles, local recording. Recording a Zoom meeting. Okay. The recorded files can be uploaded to a file storage service like Dropbox, Google Drive, I've got that, or a streaming service like YouTube or Vimeo. Local recording is not supported on iOS and Android. What? Does that mean it's only on an iPhone or a PC? A Mac? Android? Okay, all right. Enabling local for all members of your organization, for a group, for your own use. Starting, stopping, assigning, recording. Prerequisites. The free account. Good. Zoom desktop client for PC version 2.0 or higher. Mine's 8.1, right? Okay. All right. Sign into Zoom. Click Account Settings. In the Recording tab, navigate the local recording and verify that the setting is enabled. If the setting is disabled, so this is just telling me how I can record, and I know I can record. Sign in. In the Recording tab, navigate the local recording. Starting a local recording. Okay. Yeah, I get this a lot. Convert the recording so you can access the files. So I wait until that was done, and then it turned into the word Zoom. Once it's complete, the folder containing the recording files will open. By default, the audio video file will be named Zoom, which we saw. The audio only file is named audio only. Note, if the meeting unexpectedly shuts down, or if the conversion process is interrupted, they'll become interrupted and non-recoverable. Okay, restarting or shutting down your computer, putting a hard disk to sleep, closing your laptop will interrupt it. Okay, so I've converted it. If the process is not successful, I'm double-clicking on the recording files. Okay. You can record the meeting in different layouts, including active speaker, gallery view, and shared screen. Okay, so that's doing it. Stopping or pausing it. Telling somebody else they could record. You change the host. I've done that myself because sometimes when I go on my computer, it says, please wait until the host is there. So then I go on my phone and it turns out I'm the host. And so then I've changed it and then I leave the meeting from my phone. And I change it to myself. So accessing. All right. All recordings will be placed in a Zoom folder. Got it. To access the folders, open the doc and click Meetings. If you have a local recording that hasn't been converted, click Convert. You'll only see Open option. It means the recording is in a cloud. You can play the recorded meeting using your computer's default media player. You can play the audio. You can delete. Okay. Follow the steps to share a local recording if you want others to see your recording. If there are issues opening or playing the file, check the default recording location and ensure the files are in the right place. MP4 is named the Zoom, and this is audio/video file. MP4A is only audio, and M3U, okay. Screen sharing recordings, changing local recording settings. Yeah, starting to get too much. Okay. Okay. That's a possibility. Okay. Finding and viewing recordings. With the Zoom, yeah. Mm-hmm. Right. And then we're getting that error message, aren't we? Mm-hmm. Which server execution could be poor internet connection or something like that, or convert it properly. Okay. All right. Okay. All righty. Sorry. Yeah. Right. And it could be that it took so long, and then there was, okay, okay, that's, okay, that makes sense. And quite often I turn it on and then I go and I do 100 other things. So that's probably part of it, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. If you look at all my tabs up there, how many I got open right now talking to you? Yeah. Okay. Right. That's true. And can you change the setting on your sleep? Can you give yourself more time? Okay. Settings. PC settings. Is that where I go? Yes. And control padding. System and security, network and area, appearance and person, change the theme, change the appearance. Display, okay. Adjust resolution, color, display settings, change display setting. Device, go back one. Change screensaver. Down, that's display. Screensaver, it says none. Navigation. Adjust your computer settings for vision, hearing, and mobility. Do you know what? When my hearing aids are out, I don't even hear my phone anymore. I can't get the volume up high enough to hear my alarm. I guess I'm getting deafer. Clock, language, and reason. User accounts, programs, hardware and sound, network, system and security. Sleep, okay. Change when the computer sleeps. Automatically balances performance with energy consumption on capable hardware. Do I turn that off? Turn off the display on battery. I don't have any battery. I'm always plugged in. Put the computer to sleep in 20 minutes. Oh my goodness. Change it to never or 2 hours. I'll go. Mine of my meetings are that long. I'll put 3 hours. All right. So that should fix it. Okay. And I wonder if I can go back and re-save those, because remember it had said double click and see if it would do that. Choose when to turn off the display, choose when the computer sleeps. Where's that? About the lid? Choose what the power. I hardly ever close my lid, but okay. It just sits on my phone and it's always plugged in. I don't take it with me anymore. I do everything on the phone if I'm not sitting here in the house. Favors performance but may use more energy. Let's see what they are. And all that does is bring up what we already did. And now it's, oh, put the computer to sleep never. Okay. And let's just make sure this one is still back on 3 hours. Yep. Okay. So how do I get out of here? Go up on my control panel. Go up, I'm back on my desktop. If I go down to PC and documents, I go to Zoom. And I'm going to do this one, which was a recap. I did it just talking to myself. But I'm going to minimize this for the minute and close out a few things, is what you're suggesting. Now, there's nothing left in this one to double click on, so this isn't going to work, is it? I'm going to have to go to one that hasn't been. So this math was the first half of the math class, and I've converted all the rest of those. So that's not good. I know I haven't done a lot of my coaching session ones yet. Okay, now it says double click to convert one, double click to convert two, and that's the Zoom recording. So I should get a different one here when I do that. But let me do this. Close out a few things. So I should close out my mighty text. I'll close out this. Eventually I would like to save it in my Google Drive because I know I can share from Google Drive. What this is. Okay. So I have one in my Zoom and also in this. And this is the one we're doing right now. So I think I've only got 3 open. And then if I double click on, should 1 and 01 and 02 should be identical, right? Well, let's try 02. Not opening. What else does it say about 02? Oh, one is only 41 KB and the other one is 39. I better do the bigger one. And under here, if I do this, and I go to, was it view that I could? No. This one doesn't let me to play. Where if I click on this, then play comes up because that's a video. If I click on playback, I can play that one, and this one is audio only. And I can play that, but I can't do any of these guys. Okay. Right. Okay, well, when we hang up, I'm going to stop our recording. So I have to hit it twice. This is double click to convert. Ah, okay. You know what I was doing? I was double clicking on the left of the mouse instead of the right side of the mouse, like right click is what I needed to do. So send to Bluetooth. Oh, open with, share with. Do I want to open? Do I want to open with? Doesn't give me any options. So do it, hit it, click open and go. And where's it going? Oh, I still got that box open. Nothing's happening. So let's see, I can see more. That's the big one, rather than the 41 KB one. Create a shortcut, copy paste, properties, send to. Won't let me open with anything, so if I just click open, nothing happens. Thanks, Al. You've gone above and beyond. I'm gonna see what happens when we get off this call and just see if it goes back to the original. And now that we've, and I'll try and save those. And if you're bored and have nothing to do, I'll see if I can share you the file and see if you can try it. Ruth, I'm glad we're playing that word thing. Well, at least we're keeping in touch. Well, I mentioned to you that Janet had been away. She left the week before, and she was going to be 2 weeks with her sister. She had this trip planned for ages, and she was debating whether she should go or not. And she left it that morning, and that afternoon is when they announced that people should come home as fast as they could. So she was able to get a flight and get back. So she's in self-imposed isolation, or she has to. She's not allowed to go anywhere. And they're saying here that anybody 70 and over shouldn't go out. So technically I shouldn't go out either. So that's kind of crazy. I did go out Thursday about 5:30 in the evening, and there was a noticeable smaller number of people in Safeways. So most people were observing the 2-meter distance. And when I put my groceries through, the cashier asked me to bag my own. They weren't allowed to touch our bags from home because there might be something on them. So, and then when she asked for my Air Miles card, I had to reach in and scan it. She wasn't allowed to touch my card. So, there was nothing in the toilet paper row, and there was very few peanut butter things left. There was no Kraft. It was just compliments, and I like Kraft. But I had a brand new one still at home, so I was okay there. And other than that, there's no bulk bin things. You can't get, anything that you would scoop and get things bulk bin. I was surprised most of my fruit that I bought things in a bag. Like I bought them a bag of apples rather than picking out my apples. But the bananas, of course, are out, and I always get mushrooms, and you pick them up and put them in your bag yourself. You could have bought the ones that are already cut, but I like buying the mushrooms that way. I was surprised, but one lady who worked there asked how I was. She actually stopped and had a conversation with me, where everybody else was scared to even talk to anybody or even smile at anybody. You're walking around as if you're scared to even look at anybody. It's kind of crazy. And this one lady, yeah, and one lady spoke to me who worked there, and she asked if I was okay, and I said, yeah. I said I was surprised that peanut butter was out. And I said, it's amazing what people are eating. I guess that's the easiest sandwiches to make for your kids. Now they're all home from school. Anyway, and I said, are there any seniors hours? And she said, yes, the first hour of the day, seniors are, and people with disabilities. And I held up my cane so she knew that, I was needing that. And I didn't go back. There was no toilet paper, but she said they hadn't reached their store. They hadn't even gotten their Monday order. They were expecting it the next day. So she said, if you come tomorrow morning, you'll be able to get toilet paper, because in the first hour, there is always some. So, but I didn't go. I've got enough toilet paper to make it. So I probably won't go till Monday. What? Anyway, nice to see you. Hope you guys are staying okay. And it's, we gotta, like, I haven't looked at the worship service for tomorrow. I'll watch it at normal going to church time. But Matt sent a word out to all of us who have been helping with music, and saying that he's learned how to add the words underneath a video in YouTube. And I've done that before too. And so he recorded himself playing a hymn, and the music, the words will appear so that we can all sing tomorrow together in our own homes. And he's offering, like the church council has said, 2 or 3 people can gather together. So if somebody wanted to come in and play the piano, Matt would record them playing their favorite piece. And he said, I'll even disinfect the musical instruments after you leave. And he'll put the words on the video so that we can have different people taking part in playing a piece or something. So I dug out my handbell solo book, and I may go in next week by myself and practice, and then when it's ready, ask him to record me. And what I'll do is find just a hymn and play through however many verses he thinks people might want to use in a worship service. And he's going to develop a file. All righty. Okay, you too. Keep playing. You're getting some pretty good words there. You won a few times. Yeah. You've done well. All righty. Bye-bye. I'm going to end this meeting with all of you. If it'll let me. How do I get back out of here? I'm going to stop sharing. Ruth has disappeared. Al is still there. I am going to